I like too many things, and honestly, that used to make me feel broken. Ever felt like that? Like, I want to learn English, create content, study AI, train jiu-jitsu, make more money, build a business, and then you just freeze. Because when you try to do everything at once, it feels like nothing moves forward. And then that comes the inner voice, right? But what if I pick the wrong thing? What if I focus on this and miss out on that? That thought used to eat me alive. I thought something has wrong with me. But the truth is, liking a bunch of things isn't a problem. It's just a lack of system, a lack of focus. And that's what this vlog is about. Because wanting to do everything doesn't make you special. Being able to start with something does. I used to think that choosing one thing meant giving up on everything else. Like, if I focus on content creation, does that mean I never be great at jiu-jitsu? If I study AI, am I abandoning my creativity? If I double down to my course, I will lose time for my business. But here's the truth I'm learning. Focus doesn't mean forever, just mean for now. You're not killing your other dreams. You just park them so you can give a real chance to all of them grow. You just park them so you give one of them a real chance to grow. Because if you try to water every plant with a single cup, they all stay dry. You can't be excellent in five things at the same time, but you can become excellent at one and then use what you learn to expand. Focus isn't a prison, it's the bridge. So, how do you even choose where to start? I asked myself a simple question. What's the skill if I got really good at would make everything else easier or more profitable? And now for me, the answer was clear. Content. Why? Because if I make great content consistently, I can grow audience, build my brand, sell my course, get clients, attract better opportunities, and even use that audience to test other ideas later. It's like a master key. One skill that unlocked doors in multiple areas in my life. So instead to try and juggle five things, I picked one that could become the engine for the rest. And honestly, that clarity gave me peace. I wasn't quitting my other dreams. I was building the leverage to come back for them stronger. In my case, I choose content creation as my main focus. Why? Because combine the skill I'm best at right now, filming and editing, into one powerful engine. And here's the truth. Today, what's actually paying my bills, it's not being an influencer. It's editing and building strategies for other people. There's the cash flow that allows me to keep building my own thing. Without pressure, without rushing, and with full creative control. So for me, content isn't just a goal. It's a bridge between where I am and where I want to be. But here's the thing, that's my game. And yours might be different. That's why I'm gonna share the real secret I wish I knew early. How to choose your thing, how to find the skill you can monetize, and how to focus on it without feeling like you're quitting everything else. Because being a polymath is real, but not everything can be your priority at the same time. Let's be honest, most people don't know what to focus on. They're good at a bunch of things, ton of ideas, but no traction, no income, no progress. And it's funny because I lived that. Trying to juggle everything. Learning design, coding, storytelling, video, AI, marketing, all at once. The problem? You can be great at many things, but not at the same time. So, what changed? I stopped asking, what should I do with my life? And I start asking, what's the skill I can use right now to make money while still getting me closer to my big goals? That's when everything shifts. Because you don't need to pick your forever. You just need to pick your now. The thing that you're already kind of good at, people are willing to pay for, and that you don't completely hate doing. That's your bridge skill. The one that founds your freedom while you grow everything else. For me, it's filming, editing, and strategy. For you, could be coaching, writing, designing, translating, tutoring, consulting, voiceover, anything. The question is, are you treating your skill like a business or just a talent you hope someone will magically notice? Okay, let's say you already have the bridge skill. Like you're good at editing, or you know how to teach something. Or maybe you've helped some friends and got a good feedback. But now comes the hard part. How do you turn that into real clients or money? And here's the brutal truth. Being good isn't enough. There are thousands of good people out there who no one ever heard of. So what do? You show your skill in public, in the real world, on the internet. You document what you know, you share results, you break down the process, you help people for free first. Not in a look at me, I'm an expert way, but in a here's something I learned and maybe it helps you too kind of way. And slowly, people start to see you. Not just as someone who knows a thing, but the person they wanna hire when they need help. Because clients don't choose the best. They choose the clearest, the most visible, the one who's already doing the thing they need. Here's the trap. Once people decide to put themselves out there, they suddenly think they need to look like a pro. Perfect lighting, perfect scripts, perfect branding, perfect version of themselves. And guess what? They never post. Or they post once and then ghost. Here's what I learned the hard way. You don't grow by showing your perfect version. You grow by showing up, even when it's messy. When I start post again, I was like, okay, I will film on my room with no fancy setup. I talk like I'm talking to my friend. I will post it even if I'm thinking it's not amazing. And that decision, it's what keeps me consistent. Because at the end of the day, imperfect action builds momentum. Perfect content only builds anxiety. So don't wait for perfect. Start where you are. Clumsy is better than silent. So now you're taking action, you showing up, you posting, even if it's not perfect. But there's one last wall that shows up real sneaky. What if people judge me? What if they think I'm cringe? What if nobody cares? And this part can paralyze even the most motivated person. Because let's be real, we don't just fear failure, we fear witnessed failure. But here's the truth, you don't get respect for hiding, you get respect for evolving in public. And yeah, it's uncomfortable. It feels exposing, vulnerable, but also kind of freeing. Because when you accept that people might judge and keep going anyway, you become unstoppable. Next episode, I'm diving deep into this fear. How to deal with comparison, judgment, and this feeling of not being good enough, especially when you're just starting out. Because this fear, it's not a sign to stop. It's a sign you're finally playing for real. So keep dreaming, stay strong, and follow.